Welcome to our video presentation, Movement Interaction Design for Immersive Media using Interactive Machine Learning. In this short video, we will introduce and give you a short demo of our tool, InteractML. InteractML is a new tool for immersive media creators. It's being developed to make movement interaction design faster, adaptable, and accessible to developers of varying experience backgrounds. There are many forms of complex movement interaction that are not well supported by current technologies, such as movements that are more intricate and performative. Interactive machine learning is a promising approach for designing movement interaction because it allows developers to capture complex movements simply by performing them. Movement data then forms the training set. So interaction designs are specified by performing examples of movement, which are then used as input to the machine learning algorithm. The algorithm then learns to recognize those movements. The approach that we take here is interactive. So developers can gradually add examples and refine and tweak the design of the movement interaction as they go. Then the system can recognize those movement interaction designs out of live movements inputted to a trained model by a user and give the appropriate output in the application. InteractML is a plugin for Unity 3D software. It allows developers to create and configure machine learning models from within a graph-based system. This allows users to quickly and easily implement movement interaction into their creative applications and can be easily integrated into your Unity project. It supports a wide range of movement sensors, from VR controllers, motion capture sensors, leap motion controllers, webcams, or anything that you can have as a game object in Unity. As you can see, it's a visual node-based programming system. Minimal programming experience is needed. It's designed to be made for people to make machine learning models without knowing about machine learning. It is fully open source, and development of the tool for Unreal Engine is already in progress. Here are a couple of simple example projects using the tool. The first one controls the illumination and position of the sun in the scene. Based on the position of the VR controller, moving in one direction sets the sun, and moving in the other, the sun rises. Here is a variation of that application that uses a different machine learning algorithm, and the sun gradually rises and gradually sets based on the gradual movement of the VR controller. This next example shows how the system can train on discrete movements to add personalized interaction in the virtual environment. Here we handle a sword and a shield. InteractML is developed by researchers behind our 4i project, Immersive Interaction Design for Indie Developers with Interactive Machine Learning. Here we will show you the development so far and how you can get involved in our upcoming activities. The project is an EPSRC funded research project that aims to support independent developers with an emphasis on supporting female identifying and members of BME groups still underrepresented in the tech industry. Our aim is to understand how interactive machine learning can be used in real creative work. This is our team. I am Nicola Plant. I am a researcher and developer on the project here at Goldsmiths University. Presenting with me today is Clarice Hilton, also a developer and researcher at Goldsmiths University. Together, we focus on supporting artists and dancers engaging with the tool. Leading the project, we have Mark Gillies, who specialises in immersive media research, virtual characters, and machine learning at Goldsmiths. Also contributing to the project is visual art duo and movement practitioners Gibson Martelli, who are creating longitudinal studies using our tools. We have interactive machine learning experts Rebecca Fibrink and Michael Szczynski, who are advising on the project. We have Phoenix Perry, who is conducting research with the tool and groups from her founded organisation Code Liberation. She's also advising on the design of our tools. Last but not least, we have Carlos Gonzalez Diaz, who has also been developing the tool and working with game developers on the tool for his PhD research.
Hi, I'm Clarice, one of the researchers on the 4i project, and I'm going to give you a quick demo of what you might be able to make with the tool and an overview of how to use the graph. So as you can see, we're on a futuristic dance floor with our robot dancers. and we control their movements with our movements. So depending on what movement I make, the dancers will follow suit. I've trained them in 4 different dances, the first of which is ballet. So let me just show you their ballet. So they're lovely ballet dance moves. Secondly, I can show you that they have a versatility. They also know how to salsa. They also have a bit more of an abstract dance move as well. So they can also show you their impression of an elephant. Or what I like to call the dinosaur. So as you can see, depending on the movements I make, they'll change their dance moves. So I can get them to go back to salsa. Or ballet. Or elephant. Is my interactive graph that's controlling my robot dancers, and I'll give you a quick look at how it works. We've got an IML system game object in our Unity scene, and this has got an IML component script attached to it. Through this you can add the game objects which you want to track, so what you want the movement data to come from. Here it's my 2 controllers, and also any scripts that you want to input data to from the graph or extract data from. In this graph, we're just inputting data to control the animations of the dancers. In our graph, we've got our 2 game objects, the 2 controllers, and from these controllers, we're extracting their position. We could also extract their positional data, their rotational data, and their velocity. When the data is coming from them, they are displayed as green. This data is then input into the Teach the Machine node through the input features, and these input features appear here. This allows you to train examples of the movements that you want the system to recognize. You also need your target value, and this is the value that the system will output when it recognizes a particular movement. So for example, if I do an example of my salsa movement, I start recording, I do my movement, then I stop recording. This will add that example to the examples that it has when it trains the model. I will now train my model. Here I'm using dynamic time warping, and that is an algorithm that uses classification and a series input of the and normalizes the input so that you can do movement in time. I'm going to train my model. Then if I press populate, do my movement, it should output the number which is associated with that movement. And if, for example, I was to do one of my other movements, it would output a different number. This is then connected to my dance control script. In my dance control script, I simply pull the integer from my graph, and then I control the animator that is connected to my dancers using that number. And so that is a brief description of how the interactML graph works.
If this is interesting to you, we will be offering the following opportunities to engage further with our research or work with our tool. We are running a series of workshops. These will be short hackathons, game jams, choreographic coding labs, and these will all be working in immersive media. Workshop participants will receive full support from our team, and they will be building their own prototypes with the tool. We will also be workshopping strategies for designing compelling movement interaction designs. Initially, our workshops will be online, but hopefully later in person, and we will have equipment and catering provided. We are also commissioning a number of short funded artist residencies of up to a few months long, and these will come with the opportunity to exhibit the work toward the end of our project. If you would like to follow the research, please visit sites.gold.ac.uk/4i. Here you will find more information about our research, our publications, and events from our blog. If you would like more information about our tool, please visit interactml.com. Here you will find all sorts of information about our tool. You will have links to our GitHub repository where you can download the tool for yourself, and you can find more documentation and how-to guides on the tool there. If you would like to join our Discord community, you can do that here. You will find a forum where you can ask questions and talk to other workshop participants. If you are interested in one of our artist residency opportunities or joining one of our workshops, then please join our mailing list, which you can find at the bottom of the page of our website there, and then we will forward you some information from there. Lastly, you can follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to addressing any questions that you might have.